Someone lost their job and they tied it to their own self-worth and self-confidence. Of course, there's a blow to that, but no job, no dollar, not even all the gold they have in Fort Knox determines your worth. You do. And then his girlfriend said, what we're going through now takes me back to my childhood of feeling unstable. And here's how I speak to that. Your childhood is the past. It means you have experience in the area now. It means you get to call the shots. You're no longer subject to what your parents did or how they handled the instability or whatever it was that happened that made you feel unstable in that environment. My guess is it was job loss back then too. And as a little one, you didn't know what was going to happen next. It's okay. You have experience in the area now. And although we go through things that are familiar, they are not the same. Change your perspective. You now have experience in the area. You get to say what happens from here on out. You're no longer subject to a parent or authoritative figure that says this is what we have to do. So I want you to get this. Just because it's familiar, it is not the same. And you're no longer subject. You are now in charge of the darn thing. Okay, so how you relate to whatever happens from this day forward, it's up to you. You get to call the shots. You get to say how you make it through this. It is familiar, but it is not the same. And another part of the conversation, she promised him that I will never leave you no matter what. Listen, don't make those promises because people change, things change. If the relationship becomes unhealthy in any way, shape, or form, leave, change. Relationships do not end, they change. You can never unknow the person. And when the healing is done, you may decide to come back and still be friends, but only after the healing is done. So don't make promises you can't keep. Don't start stuff you can't finish. Sometimes it's best to exit a relationship. Don't ever tell anybody you won't leave them. But what you can say is, I will leave the relationship if it is not healthy. I can't stay in this relationship in its current form. Okay? We get hung up on terminology. Oh, I'll never leave you. How about, I will never leave a healthy relationship. But if it ever becomes unhealthy, I will leave it in its current form. Drama.